To chop or not to chop? That is the question. Hi, it's Mimsy here, and I teach budget-minded people how to beautify and improve their homes with home decor, sewing, and DIY. And today we're going to talk about the pillow chop, the controversial pillow chop. So I don't know why it's such a controversial issue. Well, I guess I do. It's a controversial issue among designers, design enthusiasts, and decorators. I don't know. Some people have their definite opinions about the pillow chop. Today we'll discuss the reasons why, both ways. Why some people really like the pillow chop and the reason that they do the pillow chop, and the reason why some people don't like the pillow chop and why they don't. And then I will tell you why. I'll tell you my opinion on the subject of the pillow chop. Some people like to chop their pillows just because that's what they've always done. And they just like it for the aesthetics of the pillow chop. They just think that the chop just looks better. I've heard people say that when they have multiple pillows on a sofa, that they like to have them chopped because it gives them all uniformity. They all have the same shape. And I get it, and that is true. If you have all your pillows chopped the same amount, it does definitely give them some uniformity. So that's, a good reason, just the aesthetics of it. Some people say that they chop their pillows because it puffs them up and makes them a little bit more plump, and that is also true. I do believe that that is the case. It makes your pillow plumper this way. It also makes the pillow form fill out a little bit better when it's chopped, rather than it being just a flat pillow like this. I've also heard, and this is also my one of the things that I do believe that the pillow chop helps, is that the pillow chop helps keep your pillow standing upright like this. When you chop your pillow, it creates a flat bottom. It creates a wider base for your pillow, a flatter bottom down here, so that your pillow can stand upright. Whereas when you don't chop your pillow, and your pillow is completely flat, your pillow is going to automatically lean back because you don't have a wide base anymore. Your pillow is just flat and it wants to lean back. Whereas when you chop your pillow, it creates that wide base and you get your upright pillow. I've also seen other designers and decorators do the triple chop, where they chop on the sides, and they chop the sides of the pillow in order to puff it up, and then just do a small chop on the top, and that gives your pillow a little fullness here. I'm not a huge fan of the side chop. I prefer just the top chop, just for aesthetic reasons. I prefer the sides to be flat and just the top to be chopped, but that's just my opinion aesthetically. So that is one reason why I do really like the top chop, is that it does allow your pillow to basically just stand up on its own. You can have your pillow just sitting on its own with a top chop, because it does create that larger base for it to be able to just stand up on its own. Where if your pillow is just a flat pillow, no chop, that baby's not going to stand up. So that is one good reason for the top chop, is it allows your pillow to stand straight up rather than leaning. And that's something I really hate, is when I see people leaning their pillows, like especially on couches and sofas. I hate when people lean their pillows like this. I don't know why. That just annoys me. But that's just my opinion. And I'll talk now about why I think the whole chopping sensation started. And I could be completely wrong about this, because feather pillows have been around for centuries. However, I think the popularity of having feather inserts and having a bunch of pillows on your sofas and things, I feel like it started kind of in the 80s. I feel like, and I don't know if that's just because of my age and I was a kid in the 80s and my mom was a decorator and a pillow maker. She owned and operated a home decor workroom and she made a ton of pillows. And so, in my opinion, now this is my opinion, the reason why I think people started chopping their pillows is because there was a time when most throw pillows were made with Dacron or polyfill or other polyester and synthetic fillers that were not soft and pliable and luxurious like feather and down pillows are. And so I believe that people started chopping their pillows so that you would know that this is a feather and down pillow, and therefore this is luxury and this is expensive to have a feather down insert rather than just a polyfill insert, which it just seems to me that started. So this is a polyfill pillow, and you can see it's just, you can't chop a polyfill pillow. It just bounces back. It's not gonna chop. And eventually polyfill Dacron filled pillows are gonna end up lumpy and flat, and that Dacron and stuff gets knotted up inside of there, and you have to just throw it out and replace it. So I believe that that's why people started chopping their pillows, to differentiate between a luxurious down-filled pillow and a cheap polyester Dacron-filled pillow. I believe that's why the chop started, was because of that. That's just my opinion, and I will say that I am team pillow chop forever. I don't care if people say it's out of style. It went out with the 1980s, and I guess I'm just a product of the 80s, and I will always do a pillow chop because I can't stand a polyfill pillow that's just half leaning on a sofa like this. I hate that. I hate that leaning pillow thing. It just looks sloppy and lazy, and like, there it is. Doesn't work for me. Let me know in the comments below, are you team pillow chop or are you team no pillow chop?